everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to my review for the Rhythm section. The weirdest title for an action movie I have ever heard of in my life. Like, seriously, you might as well name a romance movie like New York City Traffic or something. But this was directed by Reed Morano, and it stars Blake Lively, Jude Law, and Sterling K. Brown. It tells the story of a woman named Stephanie, played by Blake Lively, who learns that the plane crash that killed the lives of her entire family was an act of terror. So, with the assistance of a former MI6 agent, played by Jude Law, and an informations broker, played by Sterling K. Brown, she goes on a full out-and-out revenge quest. When I saw the trailer for this movie, at first I was unimpressed. However, I did have a small dose of optimism for it because I really like Blake Lively. I think that she is a really good actress. I loved her in that shark movie, The Shallows, which nobody talks about, but honestly, everybody should. So the movie had that going for it, and I walked out of it just feeling really weird, because the rhythm section is just... It had all the potential in the world, but it just did not capitalize on it. The best parts of the movie were the three main actors of Blake Lively, Jude Law, and Sterling K. Brown. Lively in particular was really good. She really carried the emotional weight and the burden of this movie on her back, and she did a great job at that. My two favorite scenes in the movie were near the very beginning and near the very end. I won't go too deep into spoilers on it, but basically, they were kind of heart-wrenching. I also really enjoyed Jude Law as the bitter former agent, but I tend to enjoy Jude Law in a lot of the movies that he does, so that's a given. And Sterling K. Brown was good as he usually is. But in terms of the good stuff, that's about it. The rest of the movie is either cliched or bizarre, respectively. I think the biggest problem that I have with the movie is just some of the editing choices. Apparently, this director, Reed Morano, thought it was a good idea to combine the color palette of a Paul Greengrass movie with the light leaks of a Tony Scott movie. It didn't work. Combine all of that with some of the very bizarre music choices. Basically, the soundtrack of this movie is combined with doo-wop hits from the 1950s and a couple of Elvis songs peppered in. The Elvis song, It's Now or Never, is played during a protest against terrorism in Marseille, France. I'm sorry, I just never imagined a song by Elvis in that scenario. This isn't a dig against Elvis. I love Elvis. He was a fantastic singer in his day, but these choices just took me out of the movie. I was sitting there the whole time thinking, alright, when's the Chuck Berry gonna start playing? I've been dying to hear some Long Tall Sal. And the script in general just felt a little uneven. Basically, the movie portrays Blake Lively's character as someone who accomplishes things almost on accident. Now, from the angle that is presented, it's made to make Blake Lively's character look like an outsider, which she clearly is. She is way out of her depth, and she is only given what appears to be about 6 months of proper training. I understand this. But simple things really just started to bug me about the logic of this movie. There is an instance where Lively's character gets glass stuck in her hand, and there is blood everywhere. She just picks up the glass, throws it across the room, and she leaves. I'm sorry, I'm old enough to remember when the police could use, the crime lab to dissect one's blood and figure out who that blood belongs to. I know this because I'm more than 30 seconds old. To put the period at the end of the sentence on this review, this movie could have been actually pretty decent. There were seeds planted in terms of themes regarding grief and how far you're willing to go to satiate your grief, but they're never capitalized on. And in turn, the movie is just kind of a mishmash of stuff you've seen before, from the Bourne movies to Like, take your pick on any spy movie because it's in here. I unfortunately have to say that the rhythm section is pretty forgettable. Minus the title, I mean, the movie just is kind of there. It exists. It is watchable, though, with some good acting, but the rhythm section is just... it's just there. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to leave a like. If you saw the rhythm section and you liked it, you hated it, thought it was just okay, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to allow notifications so you never miss a new video. Also, one last thing, I will be concluding my series of all of the DCEU movies with Aquaman and Shazam. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.